It has been 20 years since one of the greatest films of all time. The Two Towers, the most difficult volume of The Lord of the Rings to make, smashed onto screens here in New Zealand in December of 2002. And 20 years later, there is no better way to celebrate that masterpiece than with an absolutely massive game of Lord of the Rings Warhammer on our stupidly massive Osgiliath megaboard. Today we explore the thrilling conclusion from The Two Towers on the tabletop as the forces of Mordor hurl themselves at the Gondorian defenders to capture the western riverbank. We have got an absolute monster of a battle ahead of us, where trolls smash, hobbits dash, and ringwraiths splash.
Welcome to Zorp of the Rings, my brand new channel dedicated to Lord of the Rings gaming content. If you don't know who I am, I'm Lockie from Zorpazorp, and I build absolutely massive wargaming diorama layouts for Lord of the Rings Warhammer. But over the last couple of years, I've sort of worked out that the YouTube algorithm doesn't let you put crafting and gaming content on the same channel, which means that I've basically stopped making Middle-earth battle reports. And I hate that because I love playing Middle-earth SPG, and what is the point of building all of these gorgeous Middle-earth dioramas if you can never game on them? So today is the soft launch of this new channel, Zorp of the Rings. I've got some classic Zorpazorp battle reports, given a bit of a shine, a polish up, and some love, as well as some new unreleased games which were filmed and edited and then just never released on main channel once I worked out it couldn't really do battle reports anymore. But my big dream for this channel is that every time I finish a new board, a new slice of the Middle-earth megaboard, we can play some games on it and film them and put them out right here on Zorp of the Rings. So we can see some awesome Middle-earth gameplay on some awesome Middle-earth gaming layouts. But for now, the great battle of our time is about to begin.
Today's game is the first installment of a double feature of Osgiliath madness here on Zorpazorp, with two monster conflicts unfolding across our epic layout, but caught amongst the frenetic battle of thousands of points of martial might are two little hobbits desperate to escape the clutches of evil and continue their quest to save the world. Frodo, Sam, and Gollum begin the game behind the Dome of Stars, but are in dire peril with Mordor forces rapidly approaching. For the good side to win, the hobbits must escape the board via any of the secret sewer network access points dotted around the map, at which point the game will immediately end. For evil to claim victory, they must take and hold more than half of the buildings on the western riverbank to claim the city for the Great Eye. Any other result will be a draw. Captain Faramir and his forces have been taken unawares by the orc assault and are strewn throughout the ruins, but the forces of evil have secretly repaired the bridges to the north and south and are now encircling the Gondor garrison to pin them against the river that has been their bulwark for so long. They even have several orc scout warbands that have been deployed deep behind enemy lines, and with a piercing wail, their greatest weapon of all soars across the sky, drawn inexorably to the presence of the ring. Can Frodo save the ring from the Black Hand? Can Captain Faramir finally show his quality? Will Samwise perform unthinkable feats of strength and courage that make Lockie lose his mind with frustration? The great battle of our time is about to begin.
Thousands of points of Mordor orcs and trolls and a big ringwraith are swarming Osgiliath. I've got to take and hold as many of these buildings as possible, seize the city for Sauron, and of course, there's a sneaky ring bearer here as well. Let's see if we can take control of the flooded city.
Mordor have an uncounterable priority on the first turn as they spring their trap, so the evil forces have free rein to unleash their assault, charging the first scout warband into the Gondor garrison closest to Frodo and Sam's position near the Dome of Stars, before nailing Ingold and his command with a fierce warg cavalry charge. By the riverbank, a splinter force is attempting to outflank Faramir's central courtyard garrison, and by the sunken city, the second orc warband is pushing up the center to try and cut off Faramir's men from reinforcement. The third and final scout warband set up a skirmish line to shepherd Gondor's precious cavalry corps whilst trying to cut off Sam and Frodo's escape. In the south, the main Orc battle line advanced, ignoring the garrisons of the outermost buildings to try and strike to the heart of Gondor-held territory, and the fearsome Nazgul soared from the top of the cathedral to perch upon the dockyard tower, sensing fiercely for the presence of the One.
Right, so there are orcs closing in everywhere. I've got to try and retain the buildings I've got, somehow defend them against the huge amount of orcs coming in. There's a few charges already gone off, so I've already been pinned down in a few spots, and I've got to sort of distribute my army in a way that's going to counteract what the orcs are doing.
It is on from turn 1 here. Instant action in Osgiliath as Gondor are scrambling to save this game from their very first movement phase. The good side rallied as many of their disparate garrisons as possible to mobilize them into cohesive skirmish lines that could counter the Mordor spearheads, advancing fiercely in the south, knowing they'll have good range cover for a turn or two, holding the line in the center against the various scout warbands, but in the north, amongst the courtyard where the largest Gondor forces deployed, Faramir, Damrod, and Madril began a strategic withdrawal.
More importantly, over here, we've got Frodo and Sam. We're going to try to get around the advancing orcs. We're going to do our free march to try to get them into a better position.
With the hobbits on their way towards the building, Gondor need to hold the line long enough to shepherd the little folk to safety.
So it's time to shoot. Gondor have got some seriously nice elevated positions. I got a few little orky trackers of my own, so I'm going to start opening fire with my trackers into the range of heroes. Here on this side, I've got 6 in the upper streets of the buildings with 4 hits, and oh, defense 4. I'll be chasing those 5s to wound. Oh! And these guys in here are going to blast straight into the spear supports of this combat up the back. Let's see if we can kill a few. I've landed all 3. Do they hit my guys or the spear supports at the back? 2 of them get through, 1 into my own orc, which kills him. Do I kill the spears at the back? I get another one. Wow, the orcs are dishing pain. We've killed 3 rangers and a spearman, but unfortunately an orc as well. That's the orc way to do it.
So returning fire, we've got Anborn. He's going to throw 1 arrow towards the ones that shot his mates. He's got a hit.
Big hits.
And that's no good.
Nah, that's no good at all. Even with his 3-point of might, that does nothing.
Wouldn't have helped, yeah.
Does nothing. All right, you still got another 2 rangers up here.
Yeah, 2 hits. Yeah, 1 dies.
So the ultimate revenge with the Avenger Bolt thrower, Ryan. You're going to blast those trackers?
Yeah, let's give it a red hot crack. Let's see if we can get a 5. That'd be good. Oh, 2 6s.
Double 6s. So that's
wasted
6 shots now?
Wasted a 6. Yeah, it doesn't scatter. So all I need is a 4 up, and then it's a strength 7 bow, essentially. So
yeah, right.
4 ups, let's do it.
3s to wound.
Yeah, that'll do it. All right. Oh, no. There it is. Look at that.
Well, there you go. They spray off into the River Anduin, and now that is this side's shooting done, but there is an absolute battery of firepower. Citadel Guard, Rangers, more Gondorians.
Withdrawing rangers here. So hitting on 4, so we've got 5 there.
All firing into the troll, taking down that gate there.
2 hits.
Ooh,
No wounds. All right, you've got your Citadel Guard up here with strength 3 bows. They can't see the troll. Into the trackers, maybe?
1 hit. Through. No.
No wounds. All right. Man, come on, Gondor. We need this. This is your moment. Get rid of that horde. They're pushing up,
Let's see if we can. Okay. We got 1 hit. Nah.
Nothing. Come on, Gondor.
Shooting hasn't been good so far, but we've got Madril and Damrod, hopefully to make up for it. So they'll be both shooting on the troll coming through the gateway.
Now these guys have got some might points. Let's see if the heroes can do the work.
Oh! They both move, so neither will do it.
Oh my god.
Not a good turn for Gondor.
They're very worried. They're very worried. First combats of the game, and they're important. They're right near Frodo and Sam. I've just got a single orc, and you've pushed up with a couple, so I'm going to shield. No, I'm not. I'm stabbing. I'm an orc. I'm on 5s.
I've got a banner too, so hopefully you don't need it. Look at that. 6
right.
will do it.
Do I take my stabbing damage? I do not, so try and wound me.
Need a 6. See how we go. No.
Heavy armor. Exact same thing again. I'm going to piercing strike with this guy, because he's got an axe.
Green at -1 for the banner. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, you've pushed
will
up.
get it.
My defense goes down pretty hard now. Down by 2. I'm defense 4. You only need 5s to wound.
Come on, fellas. Yeah.
Put him away. So the Gondorians have pushed back nicely. They've held this flank, but over here on the left flank of Frodo, we've got the exact same thing again. A couple of Morannons pushing in hard. Let's go first with this one here against the Citadel Guard Spearman. You've got the fight value, but I'm piercing striking. Oh, it's looking grim. And look at that.
I didn't even
Smashing
need
it.
to roll. Oh, no.
No wounds, my guy's still there. Just the one Moran and Orc fighting 2. Again, you've got a banner here.
Oh,
Yes.
banner
up, banner up. Doesn't make the difference. Here we go, my first turn to strike. Can I cut through? No. One-on-one here with the bowman. I've got a nice high strength if I can put it to use here. I've got a big Witch King 6.
Banner. No.
Doesn't do it. All right, here we go. Wounding on 5s. Oh, come on, Orcs. 2-on-2 up here. I've got 2 Morannons, and you've got your spear support with the Citadel Guard. You need a 6 to win this.
6.
Out of range of the banner, so it goes to me on that big 6. I've got 2 strikes, needing 5s, got first blood. Boom. Hopefully we can push through in the next turn.
So we've got captain on captain combat in the flooded city down here. Zagdush and a captain.
I'm gonna bring it, man. 3 attacks, and I'm choosing to modify my strength by 1, but it's gonna reduce my defense. So I'm at 4s, that's not good.
Got my captain. Ooh.
Oh.
And his 2 friends. Ooh.
Oh, now we are tied
Equal
for
fight.
fight value.
Yep.
You gonna spend any of my points, Sam? Or are we just gonna go to the roll-off?
I'm going to go for the roll-off.
All right, I'm not going to spend any might. I want Zagidush to hang around with it. I've got priority as the evil player. And a big 6. Oh, wait, that's not me.
Goes to good.
That's Gondor. All right, so your captain and friends all on Zagidush.
To his captain. Ooh.
Oh.
And his 2 friends. Ooh.
2 big 6s. I've got...
Got the fate.
How much fate does Zagdush have?
Just the 1.
Just 1. Oh,
Ooh.
I'm going to have to burn a might point as well to keep him on the board. He is now down 1 fate and 1 might, but he is unwounded. So I've got wargs down the back here on this flank. We need to break through because we could catch all the way up to Frodo here. The big play here is Ingolf, the big warden of the Rammus. I've got 1 warg on him coming in strong. 3s for me. Nah, you've smashed it with fight value. You're going to go for my warg rhino or are you going to smash me?
First attack, 5 up, kill him. Nah, ooh. Second attack, go for him again. Yeah, there
Oh,
we go.
gets him. I've lost a warg. Does
yeah.
my warg
Let's
stay
see.
around?
It does
No!
not. Okay. Got lucky.
So 1 of my cavalry is completely gone. Let's go down the line here. It's basically 2-on-2 every dice roll because I'm
tied
charging
fight.
and you've ranked. Roll it off. Let's see if I can get it 1 this time. Oh, it's yours.
Rider,
Smashed him.
courage.
And another warg flees. The cavalry charge are falling apart here. Finally 1 to me. Big knocker, look at that. Doubles him up, smashes him apart. Don't kill the spearman, of course. Another 2-on-1 here. Let's see if I can swing it back. Oh, it's tied.
Another tiebreaker. See if you can lose 3 tiebreakers in a row. No.
Nope. And 4 dice now with the knockdowns.
Uh-oh.
But he lives! Mixed results. We lost a couple of wargs, but they've got no numbers. Hopefully next turn we can mop them up.
With Osgiliath swarming with orcs, skirmishes sprung up all around the board as pockets of resistance fought back against the invaders, but Frodo and Sam are the key.
So priority for turn 2, and it's a big one. Frodo is here, and he's about a move away with his free march into the building. But if I can win priority, I can keep him out in the open. Let's see if I can win priority. You ready, Sam?
Yep. Let's do it.
Big 3. Oh, no! Okay. You guys have taken it away, which means Frodo can use his free march and fire on into the building. I'll catch him in the next turn.
The Osgiliath megaboard is truly massive, so we've decided to give the hobbits a scenario special rule. As long as Samwise is alive to rally the courage of the little folk, all 3 hobbits have the option of counting as being under the effect of a heroic march. This rule adds a lot to the gameplay, placing an objective importance on Sam, even though he isn't carrying the ring, as well as giving the good player some tactical choices. He can increase his movement but be unable to participate in combat, or draw his blade and get stuck in. And it also allows us to showcase a lot more of the board by having a longer journey for our hobbits to make their escape. All around the board, defenders seize the initiative, redeploying into choke points and critical positions to try and leverage their small numbers to best advantage. Every single structure on this board is a critical objective for this mission, so Ryan and Sam face some hard choices between what to abandon and what to defend. The orcs then threw themselves into the fight, eager to bring their numbers to bear, but were unable to fully engage their forces. There'll be some knife work this turn, but this is going to get much messier very quickly.
So it's not often I have to consult a rulebook. Well, we are here in Osgiliath on the River Anduin. It's time to go for a swim. We've got all this gorgeous resin. Let's do some swim tests. So we're going to roll a dice. If I roll a 1, they die. They drown straight up. But they get some modifiers. Heavy armor, -1. Shield, -1. The Morannons are going to have a tough time here. I've got an orc up front. He's just got a shield. He's at -1. He goes for a swim. He loves it. The next orc along, he's at -2. He still loves it. We've got Guritz, the Master of Reserves. He's at -1. Oh, he drowns, but he can might his way out of it. So he has to burn a might point to make sure he doesn't drown.
There's knife work here, needs doing.
Then we've got a couple more Morannons. And 1 drowns and 2 make it. That's enough. That's enough. 1 down. We've got our little backward squad now, and we can move up through the rear and hopefully take control of that big dock to earn us a victory point.
Seeing the hobbits below in need, a Gondor captain in the top of the ruined towers moved down to assist, but aid isn't the only thing being drawn to the ring bearer. Bursting through the ruined gatehouse, a Mordor troll lumbered into the courtyard, followed by a horde of orcs. The defenders will need to make a stand here, or risk losing the entire network of northern critical locations. With another troll-led force pressing from the south, Gondor now has one final opportunity to deal some real shooting damage before the combat truly begins.
So some of you guys might have seen some of this battle report over on main channel, but the reason that I kicked off Zorp of the Rings with this video is twofold. First, this was the final battle report that I tried to put out on Zorpazorp, and it really kind of broke my heart. It didn't work at all. It kind of sent the channel into like an algorithmic death spiral, which I'm still trying to get out of, and it was a really special battle report, and I just have some unfinished business with it. So it's a great way to kick off the new home for Zorpazorp Gaming, but also it was the first video in a 2-part series focusing on the Osgiliath battles that we see in the 2 films, Two Towers and Return of the King. And part 2 is completely edited and finished, so a fully unreleased absolute banger of a Zorpazorp battle report is coming right here very soon to Zorp of the Rings. And then to reward you guys for supporting this little slice of Zorpazorp, when we finish this next section of the Minas Tirith mega board, if we can get this channel humming nicely, I want to film a brand new battle report, you know, depicting that moment when Gron smashes through the gate and Gandalf has to solo 3 trolls. I think that'll be an absolute ripper of a game right here for Zorp of the Rings. So to help kick this channel on, make sure you like and subscribe. It's a brand new channel, so definitely hit sub, and maybe throw down a comment down below what battle report you'd like to see. Maybe one of my boards you want to see played on, or your favorite scene from the films that you'd like to see brought to the tabletop. And of course, you can support Patreon as well, linked down in the description. Thank you so much, guys.
After the last turn's terrible shooting phase, we've unlocked the Gandalf dice.
Yeah.
Natural 6s all around. So I'm going to be using the Citadel Guard and our normal Minas Tirith to try to take out that troll. So I've got 6 dice. Half, that's statistically on par. Because of the Citadel longbow, we're actually wounding on natural 6s. So let's see these Gandalf dice do their work. Oh, 1. We'll take it.
All right, so first wound on the troll from the Citadel Guard in the Citadel of Stars. Ryan, can you match his 1/6?
Probably not. Unless I can get a hit.
Have you got ranges?
I got ranges, so we should get 4 out of these 6. But we get 3. Strength 2, so 6s and 4s. Let's see how we go. Oof.
Nothing. Are there any heroes in this ranged battalion manning the palisade?
Madril. Yes.
Big hit. 6. You need the 6x4 because he only has a normie bow. But... Oh, you got 3 my points. No, good decision.
Don't be ridiculous. Damn right. He's only got 1 might point, so I can't be as ridiculous with him. All right, so 6.
Oh!
Yeah. And then this will be a 2. No.
What is it?
2 is optimistic. It's a 1.
Oh, it's a 1. Baragorn's up here at the top with the Citadel Guard. Chasing that big 6. He's got the Citadel Guard bow as well. No luck there. So the troll takes a wound. He's not even worried about it.
He's going to shoot at that guy. He's in the open. There's no in the ways. It's a 3, and then it's a 5.
He's out in the open.
Nah.
He loves it.
Okay, these 2 are going to shoot down onto the oncoming orcs. They don't have shields. So
ooh, defense 4.
Defense 4, another 5 or 6 would be nice. No, snake eyes. All right, this fella, same guy. I miss.
These rangers hit on 3s. What is going on?
It's not good. There's a bloke in the balcony just there.
Okay, cool. So
He
some
can
Gondor warriors.
Gondor warriors, he can shoot him. Let's
Yep.
go for a 4 then a 5. It's a hit and a nothing.
Like, I want this. I'm evil, but like, make it interesting.
Make it interesting. There's a guy in the doorway. He can shoot up to there, so it's a miss. And now.
All right, shoot the heroes, please.
Okay.
Put us out of our misery.
To cover, miss.
Misses.
This one into the cover.
He hits.
4 up to get through.
He gets through.
Oh,
You spend
'cause
your
I
free
used the
might
might.
point. There we go.
So with the assistance of might.
One tracker from that huge salvo, but you've got one thing packing left. So the Avenger Bolt Thrower has to roll 2 dice, and then that's how many shots it has each turn, whichever is the highest. Roll it up.
I'm going to shoot into the back of that troll. Okay,
Sixes.
6 shots.
Nice.
So let's see if I can do this again.
Hitting
and
on.
get.
Oh!
Now I need 4. So 4s will hurt it. So I'm just going to shoot the first 3 because I could use the other 2 for something else. 2.
2 wounds.
2 wounds.
I've
I
only
2 more
got
shot.
3.
Yep.
Oh, Troll's gone. There we
Troll's
go.
gone.
That's what you needed on the other side of the board, man.
I did.
One of my big boys is out. You want to target the banner with the last shot?
I would love to.
Take him
that.
off. Take him off. Look, no one's in base contact. There you go. Some returns. It's time for me to return fire. Somehow I still have 4 trackers left on this side of the board. I'm hitting with 3. Anborn is out in the open. Let's try and get some revenge here. So no wounds there. I've got 2 trackers over here. They're going to keep targeting Anborn. He will have a save there. Look at this. This is how you hit. Let's do the in the way rolls. 1 gets stopped. Chasing a 5. Oh! 1
I need
wound.
to pass this up for a 3. But
Oh!
it's not. It's 2.
The firing battery is out of here. 6 big trackers up on the top, and they are just going to unload into the combat. Let's just thin the ranks right down here on the resin. I am hitting with 3, and let's see, in the ways, am I hitting the good guys or the bad guys? I've hit the Gondor, and I've killed 1. So shooting actually did something. Now it's time to see some combat. Start of the combat phase, and I've got a little ace up my sleeve. I don't know if you know, Sam, but I have snuck Goroth all the way up into this combat here. He's got an orc or 2 with him, so he's going to throw a big heroic combat. We're going to try and at least get near Frodo and Sam. 2 attacks for Goroth and 2 orcs with him. We are on 6s. Am I 5/5?
Yeah, 5/5.
What the hell? Okay, Goroth is burly, so he's got +1 and strength 5, so he needs 3s to wound. Get that Citadel Guard out of there. I'm going to negate this guy's control zone, and then this guy is going to run probably just out of the way over here, and then Goroth is making a beeline straight for Sam. Samwise Gamgee, can you hold the Orc Captain at bay? I think we should just go straight into that, Sam.
Knowing how much of a beast Goroth is, I did anticipate the combat, so I have actually called the strike 5. Oh, and he does it.
Oh, nice. So you're fight 7
Fight
now.
7,
Fight
so-
7, Sam. So I
doable.
am Goroth with 2 dice. Now you are Sam with 1 dice, but you're in range of that Minas Tirith banner.
In the banner, so
Or beat a 6. Beat a 6.
got lucky Gandalf dice.
Oh! They're just clutch, aren't they?
Clutched it.
They're just ridiculous. Okay, so Sam beats Goroth back. He doesn't have Sting at this point. It's still with Frodo, so he's just wounding with his normal sword. Strength 2. See if he does a wound. Do a cheeky wound.
Ah.
No wound. No wound.
That's for Frodo!
Well done, Sam. You survived. That is the bonus there. And now Frodo, Sam, and Gollum are unmolested for the time being. Let's do the rest of these combats. We've got a couple of orcs here. Looks like I've got a big bashing mace-wielding guy. Oh, he goes down. You've got... Oh, I've got a banner. I've got 2 banners now. Still yours. No wounding there. 4 Morannon orcs, all taking down 1 Citadel Guard here. Yep, out of range of the banner, and you're trapped and absolutely minced. And then here is our back little flank. This has got to hold for you guys. I'm going to try and break through here. 2 on 2 in both fights. You've got the banner. Doesn't do it, so it'll go to a roll-off. You've got priority.
Goes to you. Goes to me. Is it Gandalf 6?
Important, that big
Need a couple
Gandalf.
more of those.
No luck, no wounds, and now the same thing again. We've got 2 coming up on 2. I've got the strength and the heavy armor. I've got no banner, it's yours. You'll need 5. Strength 3, defense 6 will be 6s. No wounds there. So no casualties across the board except for our Citadel Guard, and Sam has held his own. Ingold's found himself in a really key position here, not only holding Frodo's flank from that cavalry, but also two key objectives, the Citadel of Stars and the big weapons factory, and there is a mosh pit of troops over here. Let's start with Ingold. He's been paired off by an Orc captain. Set the tone for us, Sammy. Big threes, my captain coming in strong. I can beat that. Oh, big six and no banners. You don't get pushed back. So I will still retreat, but I make my strikes first. I'm going to spend a might point to turn that 5 into a 6. So cheeky wound on Ingold there. You going to go for the fate, Sammy?
I will go for the fate.
Oh, all right. He is down 1 wound.
I got 2 on your warg.
This is a great chance to get rid of my wargs while they're off charge. And a big 1 for me. You going to slash him at the warg or the boss?
First one for the rider.
Oh.
Takes him. Second one on the warg. Takes him.
Oh, God. Gandalf dice. Rip him out of there. 1 warg, finding 1 Gondorian. Oh, still goes to you.
Go for the rider.
Oh. Courage check for my warg. There we go. The Gandalf dice helped me there that time. So my warg hangs around. And 2 Gondorians on the last warg there. I've got a big 6. Come on, wargie. Yes. Try and eat one of these guys as well. No luck, but the warg is still in the fight. Oh, big 6 with shielding, and I can't match it, so my guys just bounce off. Gondor are holding this flank a bit better than I thought they would. Over in the center, we've still got no combats through here. The lines are about to start meeting. Here in the middle, though, it's all kicking off. Zagdush and the captain set the tone.
So the captain. Ooh, that's 6.
3 for me, plus Zagdush's spear support, and I am just looking like mush.
1 wound. I'll spend the might. Take that from a 4 to a 5. Taking his last wound.
So this dock is a key little point here, and I think I'm going to be able to break it through. I've just got my first 2 guys who are landing in. Feint with the front guy, you can still keep the fight value from the back guy.
We'll go for the feint.
All right, I'll roll your dice for you. You've got 2, I've got 1. Absolutely nailed it. So you are not getting wounded. And the exact same thing again for the next rank across. I have not got it this time, so you will be re-rolling 1s on the black dice, and you're chasing 5s all around. Oh, look at that! I'm paying it. It was a 6 outside the box. The feint pays off. So you've actually just sliced one of my orcs, but it's okay. I have a whole lot more where they came from. The cavalry corps are doing some work. They've wiped a couple, but we've got a big 2-handed captain here who's going to be a problem. Let's see if I can put up a big fight. I'm down to 4s. And your knight gets the big 6. Oh, I could use both might points. Spending both might to win the fight and push him back. Let's hack him out of the saddle. Oh, what a waste. What a waste. But importantly, I haven't lost the captain, and we're holding this cav at bay.
After 2 turns, the board has become engulfed with sporadic skirmishes as the vanguards of each force attempt to land first strikes on isolated enemy elements. But with the main battle lines closing in, we're going to see the conflict escalate rapidly.
I really need to try to get Frodo out of there. So we're going to just roll for priority now.
Let's see if I can catch him. Oh, a 3. Oh, big 6. I think it's heroic move time.
Yeah, we're going to call some heroics with our Sam and Frodo, I think.
I'm going to call a counter move with Goroth. Let's see whose is going off first.
Looking for highs on Gandalf.
Oh,
Gandalf
kidding.
6.
All right, Frodo and Sam are bolting up the stairs.
With Frodo winning the heroic move off, he bolted up to the top of the stairwell, but couldn't use his full 7-inch move as he needed to call with me to bring along Sam and Gollum, and that caught the remaining Gondorian soldiery within his bubble as well, emboldening the valiant men to muster a rearguard action for the hobbits, holding the doorways and protecting them from sneaky orcs pursuing them up the stairwell. Eager to avenge his smack to the face from the previous turn, Goroth and his lads dived into combat, and all across the board, the Mordor forces advanced. The troll launched himself into the valiant Madril, now in sole command of the courtyard defences, with Faramir falling back to aid the hobbits. The ramshackle barricade the Osgiliath veterans had manned was soon swamped in charging foes. Orc reinforcements pushed towards the lower level of the Dome of Stars, and the mighty Nazgul surged across the river, ever drawn to the presence of the ring. The remaining unengaged Gondorians rallied where they could, pushing to respond to Mordor threats, but it is going to be a rough turn for the men of the West.
Start charging the troll. Oh, keen! So Damrod is getting in, pinning him with Madril, Warrior of Gondor.
Ooh, he doesn't.
Oh, and he blocks up.
Block the Citadel.
Oh, spear support.
Yeah, spear support.
Get him on the spear.
Ranger into the troll as well.
Yep, as many attacks. He has taken a wound. He loves it. Jeez, if you can win that fight. Faramir is abandoning his men. He sees the ring bearer as his primary goal and is slowly getting towards him.
Take cover!
The swim tests continue for the Morannons. Let's check the 2 orcs at the front. Does he have a shield? Yes, he drowns, but the normal orc gets up. He's now out of the water. And the big one is Guritz and his friend besides. Oh no! Guritz is at -1. He has to use a second point of might not to drown. But he does make it up out of the water. The second Morannon drowns, and the final Morannon also drowns. So we have got a total of 1 orc and Guritz have made it, with 4 Morannon orcs drowning across the 2 turns. The Anduin is a perilous master.
Bolt throw on the tower here. We're just going to try to take the back of this orc line to thin it out a little bit before we...
They are exposed in the rear, aren't they?
Yeah, now hopefully take a few numbers down to help our Gondorians out.
How many shots? Oh, they miss. The game's kind of unfolding that there's all these little microcosms of battle across the field, and there's one key one here, which is probably going to result in the scoring of these couple of buildings. And there's a feisty little captain who's running to the back of the line, and he's found himself very exposed by my bolt thrower. So I'm going to see if I can pierce him. I need a 5 to hit, and man, if I hit, he's pretty cooked. Let's see what we can do here. We've got a big 6! All right, we hit. It's a strength 9, so that'll be wounding him on just a 3, and then he takes 1 wound. He then gets flung d6 inches away, only 1 inch, which means he gets just knocked into my banner bearer. That's not very useful. And my banner bearer takes a strength 6 hit, but doesn't die. So he's taken a wound. We've knocked him prone. That will put him out of the fight for this combat phase. And now I've got 6 orc trackers who are going to rail down into that back line and just keep chipping away and see if we can thin out this fight. 3 hits in the ways. Let's see if we get through. All of them, and I need that roll again, have gone into the baddies. And let's see if those men of Gondor are going to die. Strength 2, defense 6, no wounds, but we did wound the captain.
We're just going to try to take out a few of these back guys just to make combat a little easier for next turn.
Yeah, get rid of those spearmen before they're supporting. All right, load up.
So needing 4s. Not too bad, not too bad. Whites for the normal.
Strength 3 doing the work. So I've got priority this turn, which means I get to decide how the combats go, and Goroth is going to call another heroic combat. I need to thin the guys out of here so I can catch Frodo up the stairs. Goroth and 1 orc with a spear and a banner. I have got 4 6s. I think I've won that fight. Goroth is needing 3s to wound on this defense 5 guy, and he obliterates him. Now the normal guy and Goroth will go with him. The spearman won't. And Goroth is basically just going to be able to charge in and land in only with 2 because of the ruins there, keeping the banner bearer safe. Let's just move straight on into Goroth's second combat, see if he can kill 2 in the turn. He's rolling on 3s and 2s. You actually have to roll a dice this time, Sam. I have my banner. Come on, Goroth. No, I'm not going to spend any might. You can try and wound him if you like. No wounds. The next soldier of Gondor valiantly holding the doorway against 4 Morannons. I am on 5. Sam, you're on a 2. I win, but I am going past the in the way of the doorway. 1 bounces off and 3 chances to wound. Strength 4. He is out of there. We are hacking a Gondorian out. We're slowly getting in to this building. A big fight unfolding here in the courtyard. My trolls come to crack some heads, and I've got orcs pushing up, but you've cleverly defended this little barricade here, so let's start with these rangers. The first one is 4 Morannons fighting a single ranger, Sam. Oh, you're not starting well. I think that's mine. I do have to strike past the barrier, though. Oh! The barrier keeps you well alive. So my 4 orcs will back up, and then we've got another 2-on-1, 2 Morannons. Yes, I've got the fight. Got 1 pass, 5 to wound with that high strength. No wounds! Your rangers hold the line, and I still back away because you're defending. Now our last combat is, of course, Clubby the Troll. Clubby 2.0, his brother from Sam. I've got 3 attacks. I've got the high fight value. None of your heroes have strike. I haven't got the 6, Sam. You've got a chance.
2 for Madril, 1 for Damrod, 1 for the Ranger, and 1 for the Citadel Guard. Feeling pretty good.
Especially with a lot of might there as well.
So we've got 3 might. So we'll do Madril first.
Oh, okay.
I can might it, so that's good.
You can might it.
Damrod, Citadel Guard. I'll use the point of might, Damrod to a 6.
Okay, so my only clutch here is if I can banner up to a 6, I can take back the fight on my fight value. No, I can't. It is yours.
I only need 6s to wound him. 5 attacks all up. He's already taken a wound, so I'm just looking for 2 6s here.
3 might on the white as well. All right, roll it up, Sammy. Oh! Doesn't even need to spend. Clubby the Troll is out of there. The Rangers of Gondor putting up a valiant defense, holding the barricades and splicing the Troll. But there is a horde who is going to swarm them. It's Nazgul time. I've landed in combat. I am on the charge. I have got 3 attacks with this fell beast. Oh man, don't even roll a dice there. Big 6. And now I am going to hurl. So hurl is a D3 plus our difference in strength, which is 3 inches. And I am picking this lad up and yeeting him 6 inches through the ruins. Kadunk, kadunk, kadunk. He hits another 3 rangers. So each of those rangers take a strength 3 hit from the hurling model. Let's see if I can kill a few. I can. I kill 1 ranger. Then the ranger who was hurled takes a strength 3 hit for each of those rangers. That kills him. And then he also takes a strength 6 hit, which also kills him. He is out of there. 2 rangers blasted out of the Osgiliath ruins. And the Wraith is on his way to hunt some more victims.
Northern side here in front of the armory. Strike with Ingold. Strike. Get it. High fight.
Yep, by far. So I am down on the fight value now, but I've got the dice. Set the tone for us, Sam. See if you get the big 6. A big 4 and a big 1. I've got a chance. And I am stacked here. I've got the captain and a spear support. My warg has been paired off though, but let's see if I can beat your 4. Ooh, you got 2 might left.
I will use my last 2 points of might. Yep. To win the combat.
You want him dead, don't you? Oh, hang on a minute. I'm a 2-handed. That's a 2-handed axe. Oh. So I'm at -1. So you can actually spend just the 1 point. The
Perfect.
1 point. 2 attacks to try and cut my captain apart. No wounds. Do you want to spend any more?
No, we'll leave it at that because I might need it next turn.
All right, so you've pushed him back and the flank is holding. Let's do the last little cavalry charge here. I've got 1 warg. Knocking down that warrior of Minas Tirith, and he is out of there. I'm slowly encircling Ingold. And then the last warg engaged on the flank. I've got 2 attacks on the charge, but you've got 2 lads as well. I'm on 5s. Oh, so are you. It's a tie. We'll roll it off. And it goes to evil. I won 1. All right, a strike on each of them. A strike on each of them. And I eat 1 and 2. They're both gone. A bit of vengeance. Ingold's holding out, but my goodness, he's encircled. The lines have met, and we're seeing a pretty big clash here in the southern quadrant. This is going to be a big dictator of how the scoring unfolds.
Okay, so we just got 2 orcs on the Minas Tirith. Goes to orcs.
Chasing 5s and 6s. Ooh, no luck there. The Gondorian survives. 3 orcs piling up on 2 guys. Now the spear supports are ranking up. There's no banners, is there?
No banners.
So that goes to me, and I am chasing 5s and 1. Down goes our first man of Minas Tirith. Blood has been drawn. The last combat, I've got a two-hander and a spearman against your two, so I'm at 3 with the -1. Oh, it ties it. Goes to you. No kill. And then our big beast, your captain who has flanked my little spearman up the back there. With no shield, just a single attack. Yeah, that's yours. Not by much, though. Can you put him away? Yes, you can. Normal orc is gone. A bit of a swing for Gondor, I think, there, forming up solidly, but I have got some flankers pushing through the ruins.
Turn 4 was vicious. With the forces now sprawling through the crumbling ruins of Osgiliath, the battle lines have well and truly met. Orcs are attempting to outflank Gondorian skirmish lines across all fronts, with enemy spearheads raging through the courtyard and the southwest streets relatively unchecked. With good snagging priority, Frodo and Sam made it to the top level of their building and headed towards the gangway across to the main tower structure, bringing them closer to several possible entrances to the sewers. But with the Ringwraith in hot pursuit, the flooded city access points may be out of reach, leaving them with just 3 entrances in each of the large tower foundations. Madril's company tightened their lines of defense after slaying the troll, pulling more forces within the barricade and guarding the main entrance to the Dome of Stars, and the orc forces piled in after them, desperate to make a breach. In the south, Gondor reformed their battle lines in the central street and moved up a reinforcement company to halt the flanking orcs in the southwest alley, and then the orcs swarmed through the shallows of the docks and the laneways to apply pressure to the central battle line.
I've got orcs swarming all over this board, but the Ringwraith is escaping me. Goroth couldn't chase him, but you know who can? It's the Nazgul on Fellbeast. Look at him, he's right next to him, and he is in range for a fierce Compel. So I'm going to do a Compel magical power. I'm going to spend 3 will. I need to roll a 4 for it to be successful. I've got a big 6. And the reason this is so good is if Sam doesn't resist, I not only get to take control of Frodo, I get to make him put on the ring. And when he's wearing the ring, every turn there's a chance I can control Frodo and run him back down the stairs to Goroth's axe. So, Sammy boy, what are you going to do? How much will are you going to spend?
I might use 2 from the store, and then I might use my 1 for the resist.
Of course, resistant to magic on every hobbit, right? So that's 3. You need to be equal a 6 to resist Compel. Otherwise, you are wearing that ring. Oh, you're kidding me! Okay, so Frodo resists. It was from his free, so he doesn't get to keep the will point. You've only got 1 will left. Next turn, you're going to be wearing that ring, buddy.
So I haven't moved Faramir this turn in preparation to try to shoot this nasty on the fell beast. With his special rule, I do get that extra point of might.
I'm in trouble, man. All right, let's see if the ranger can do the business.
So on a 3+, gets the 3.
Just
all I needed.
Okay, so up or down now. Do you hit the fell beast?
1 to 4, we've got the fell beast. 5, 6 is actually the Nazgul. Ooh, goes the fell beast.
Okay, so you are strength 2 with a man bow.
Yes.
He's defense 6. So it's 6s to wound, but you've got your normal might and a free.
Yeah, so essentially I've got 4 might. So as long as it's not a 1, I should be good.
Oh, okay.
I think I'll spend the 2 might.
So the fell beast has taken his first wound. So in this scenario, the fell beast, just the fell beast himself, has survival instinct, which means when he cops a wound from Faramir's arrow, he takes a courage chest, and if he fails, just like in the movie, he just pisses off and flies the Nazgul away. So if I don't pass this courage test, I lose my Ringwraith. I'm courage 3, I need to add 2 dice to that and get 10, and an 8 plus 3, 11. I'm still here in the fight. Let's get Frodo next turn.
Combats raged all around the board, with Ingold losing all his remaining allies and Goroth pulling off a heroic combat to cut his way up the stairs, hot on the heels of the hobbits. The Rangers defending Madril's flank withered beneath the onslaught, but the barricade held. The Gondor captain guarding Faramir's flank viciously cut down both his orcs, and several Gondorians fell in the south. A new turn, a new heroic move roll-off, and once again it went to good, and Frodo, Sam and Smeagol sprinted across the gangway, now standing directly above the closest entrance to the sewer network, albeit 2 floors above. And the Gondorian captain nearby heard the hobbits call for aid, and took guard upon the top of the stairs.
So with the Ringwraith losing the heroic move roll-off to Frodo, I am now not in a position to charge him. Sammy's been able to get him in somewhere that is... Basically, I can't land my base, unfortunately, because it's too small of an area. So what I'm going to do is just fly my Ringwraith up here. I'm going to land here. We're getting that face-off moment from the 2 towers, and now I'm going to scream and compel him. So let's get this ring on him this time. I need 4. No! Alright, so that is me now down to 6 will points, and Frodo is still not wearing the ring. I think at this point it's time to get in there and hack him up with his claws. Magic just ain't doing the job.
Goroth launched himself up the stairs, charging the banner bearer and his horde of orcs piled up after. A full move behind due to Goroth's heroic combat last turn. After his swimming adventure, Guritz and his depleted forces finally reached the rear flank of the Citadel Guard holding the gatehouse to set up a trapping pincer, but a valiant captain and a guardsman leapt into the original orc force to weaken the maneuver. In the south, Gondor redeployed some of their central shield wall to join the reinforcements. Combat was an absolute maelstrom, with both sides taking heavy losses across all positions. Ingold finally fell to his encircled foes, the Morannon captain killed the Gondor knight he'd been dueling, and in a remarkable twist, the Citadel Guard line pushed back Guritz and his orc bodyguard, killing them both in a single round of combat. The Gondor captain slew his target too, and the pincers suddenly found themselves pincered.
The big combat of the turn, Goroth is chasing Frodo and Sam, he's hot on their heels, but the valiant captain, the captain of Gondor and his banner bearer, let's see what Goroth can do. I do have the fight value. Oh, big 6, it goes to me, I am burly. I'm gonna kill the banner first, lower the bodies. Oh no, I'm not. No, yes, he's got no shield. Defense 5, strength 5, +1 to wound.
A shield.
Oh, he's got a shield, the cheeky Bannerman! Oh, so no wounds for Goroth. Priority for turn 6. Once again, it's a big one. If I can get the charge with the Fell Beast, I'm going straight into Frodo and Sam. I've got 1 dice. Sam, have you got 1 over there? Oh, big 2. It's not strong for me. 5. It goes to you guys. So, I've got 1 point of might left on the Fell Beast. You've got 1 on Sam and Frodo, so I'm going to call a heroic move. What about you, Sammy?
I'll use 1 from Frodo.
Nice. All right, I'll do the roll-off because it's nice and easy. And it goes to evil, baby. I am charging in there, and I'm just going to fly straight over. And balance very precariously there on the side. We have got the charge. There's only 1 person who can save these poor little hobbits.
With Goroth and 1 orc able to land within a generous 6 inches of the Nazgul's heroic move bubble, Mordor now have a strong foothold at the top level of the ruined towers, but there is 1 valiant man of Gondor who could turn the day for the forces of good.
Chance for Faramir, Captain of Gondor, to show his quality.
With a half move to reposition, Faramir knocked an arrow to the string and rallied his rangers about him to hold back Mordor charges. The orcs advanced everywhere they could, but for now, Faramir is safe.
Faramir is surrounded, his shooting opportunities are becoming more minimal. I got the Nazgul in combat with Frodo and Sam. However, due to the scenario special rules, I can still shoot at him while he's in combat. I did move this turn, so I do need a 4. However, I still do have a few bits of might up my sleeve.
Oh, you got to do it again. Okay, so 3 point of might makes that 4, right? So I forgot about in the ways.
In the way. 5.
He's
loves
through.
It.
He
all
loves
good.
it. Another
Now,
one of those, and you've got a wounded Fell Beast.
No,
Sam.
I've got an up or down on the Nazgul.
Oh my god, there's so many rolls! Oh, it hits the Nazgul. Okay.
Another one of those will be good.
So he's defense 8, strength 2. You're going to need 6s
6s
by
by
5s. 6s by 5s. Okay.
Oh,
This is such a moment. This is such a moment. So Sam's rolled a 5 on his wounding opportunity on the Nazgul. The Nazgul himself is defense 8. If he spends a point of might, that doesn't just apply to this roll. So he needs a 6 and then a 5, which will then become a 5, which is rolled, and then a 3. But you don't have much might left, Sam.
This would be my last point of might. However, I still do get that free point if I'm shooting into combat. Oh, sorry, shooting at the Nazgul.
I think it's worth it.
I think so.
Okay, so you've spent it. That takes it to a 6.
6.
You now need a 5, which becomes a 4. Show me a 4.
Come on, Gandalf dice.
Oh! So the Nazgul takes a wound. He has no fate. He is zipped straight off the board. I lost the Nazgul. Not great. But there is one player who, you may not have seen him in the movies. He was there, but he's had his moment. He's not chasing the ring. He's chasing that pesky hobbit who whacked him in the face 4 combats ago. It is Goroth the Beast. Now he is in with another orc just on the banner bearer. So I am going to call a heroic combat. Let's see if Goroth, yep, loves it, gets the big 6, auto win. And now the banner bearer with the shield, he is going to need 4s from Goroth, another big 6. Banner bearer is juiced. And now Goroth gets to punch on. I'm not going to be able to get to the hobbits, but I'm going to be able to push up and get into... I think I'm going to take them both on. If I can crush both of those guys. Let's go straight into that combat, Sam. So Goroth again, fighting 2 Rangers of Gondor. And he's on the 6s again. Goroth, man. So these Rangers, they are defense 4. So I'm wounding them on 4s with the +1 goes to 3s. A pair of 3s, and I've just cleared the way to the hobbits with this munching Mordor machine. Okay, only the 1, but we have pushed him back on a board edge. So this guy is gone, and this guy is right next to a board edge. On a 4+, he is going to fall off and probably to his death. No, he's still around. Okay, but Goroth has now got a nice line of action right towards Frodo if we can win priority. But of course, I did just spend my last point of might. Now, Sam, you got someone over there who's got some power as well.
Yeah, I've got a captain over here, so I'm hoping he can do the goods to try to stop this big guy over here.
And he is fighting 2 orcs. Well, I'll roll those for you there. You've brought it home.
Thanks, Lockie, for the 6s.
You're most welcome. And 1 on each. We'll split your dice there. So no wounds, but the captain has kept himself in the game.
It's the Ranger versus the Morannon.
I need to juice this guy. I need him.
Ooh, I've got the fight.
It is all yours. Can you push me down the stairs? No wounds, 4+, and I fall down the stairs. Get him out of there. Oh god, that's at least 2 strength 3 hits. I survive. Okay, so you've knocked one of my orcs away, but Goroth is pushing towards the hobbits.
So Frodo and Sam are of course one half of the game, but the other half is controlling the board. And this dock is proving to be a pretty interesting little shaping combat here through the portcullis archway. And we have the Master of Reserves himself, Gurrit. He is smashing on. He is absolutely surrounded by 2 Gondorians and a Citadel Guard. Let's see if he can bring the pain. He's on a 5. Now we are tied at fight 4 because you've got your Citadel Guard, Sammy. We need these kills because we need to outnumber them to score the objective. That is not going to do it. This flank is boiling down into a series of mosh pits that are going to spill out to control all these buildings. We've got one big skirmish here, one in the central street, and one up the back. The troops are just banging off against each other. We're going to hone in on the captains. Your Gondorian captain, Sammy, oh wow, I have him so surrounded here. 5 orcs coming in hot against him. I'm only on 5 high. Oof. Let's absolutely rinse this guy. He's trapped. He's taken dice. That is 2 wounds. And 3, 4. He is out of there. 1 captain down. That is going to swing that favor massively for us over there. In this central combat, your captain, Sammy, is pierced up against my orc captain and some friends. So I'll set the tone. I'm on 6s with my captain. Oh, dude, it's all Mordor. No banner, mate. I'm at +1 on the white dice. Oh, just a cheeky wound. Over here on the other side, it is another captain on captain action. And this time it's swinging against me. I have a 2-handed guy who is 2-handing. I'm on double 1s, and you've got 2 spear supports as well. Oh, no wounds. I'm not trapped, I can back away. So the heroes are banging away at each other.
Turn 6 saw some vicious combats across the board, with Mordor making more inroads into the critical locations, but several key structures like the Dome of Stars and the Dockyards are still under Gondor control against all odds, though they are now surrounded and cut off from retreating Gondor ground troops. These buildings will fall, it is simply a matter of time. In the courtyard of the keep, Madril and Damrod are marshalling their shield wall, digging in hard around the barricades, but their numbers can only defend that position for so long, with other Mordor units beginning to outflank them. With the fierce Gondorian resistance, the objective scoreline currently sits at 13-9 in favour of the men of the West, but every turn their position looks more frail. Frodo and Sam must reach the sewer soon, or victory will be beyond reach.
Turn 7 priority, Goroth needs to catch him some hobbits. We are on a solid 4, Sammy. Oh, alright, out they go. This scenario today is actually the continuation of our Quest of the Ringbearer campaign, which means Frodo and Sam have their gifts of Galadriel, and Sam has got some elven rope. So that means he auto-passes jump tests on a 6, and today we've decided that once he strings up the rope, Frodo and Smeagol can use it as well. So Sammy Boy is going to do a big rappelling line with the elven rope. Drop down onto the lower level, and then Frodo and Sam are also going to join it. Now remember, they've got their 7-inch move, so they're going to be able to chonk along towards the stairs a little bit as well, and getting closer and closer to the entrance to the sewers down there in the lower level of this building. Now it's time to try and get them some support so that they've got a clear route through.
With no might left in key areas, Gondor were able to really seize control of critical engagements, pinning Goroth in place to shepherd the hobbits, landing several key cav charges around the central sewer building, and allowing Faramir to withdraw closer to the hobbits before becoming embroiled in combat.
I heard you say hobbit.
I did. You want to listen again?
Bilbo Baggins.
Gondor captain's coming in clutch in the late half of the game. He's going to call a heroic march also down.
Another one.
So we'll move him
all the way around, swarming the key objective in the back end. So you're taking 3 Citadel Guard around the back, leaving the control zones. Gondor for days.
In this late phase of the game, we are seeing 2 distinct tactics employed. Forces are either sent to the center as fast as possible to overwhelm or protect the Ringbearer, or all across the massive board where combatants are just too far away to bear upon that objective. Forces are choosing a critical location to dig in and make a stand. The beauty of this scenario is that every single model on this battlefield is important, and a single warrior can make all the difference in holding the line or overwhelming the enemy.
So there's been a mosh pit of combats all across the board, but the ones we're really going to focus in on here at the end of the game are key to our central objective, and that is, Sammy Boy, you've charged in some sneaky little knights, and then I have pushed back with my orcs here. These are going to be critical for holding out Sam and Frodo. So it is 2 Morannons fighting 1 knight. I need to try. Oh, big 6! Yes, take him off his horse. I'm going to put all on the rider here. So that 5 is enough. That is 1 knight gone. And then I've got the 2nd knight. Now he's fighting 2-handeds, and we're just in on orcs here. So the gold is going down. Ooh, just 5s for me then. It's tied. Let's do priority. It goes to you, and you're knocking me down here.
1 dead.
Smashes 1 of them. The rest of my orcs aren't in combat because I sent them inside to protect that little objective, and now it's just a couple of key fights up here. Goroth and the captain. He is going in hard. This is Goroth's last chance to catch up. He's got to clear this captain. He's on a big 6. Fight 5, bro. It's all mine. Strength 5 with Burley on the D7 captain. I need a pair of 4s here to really threaten his life. Let's see what we can do here. Goroth's got 1.
Yeah, I'll use my point of fate.
Saves it. We know the game's almost over with Frodo, but it's all about the captains. They're going to be really key for bashing each other's heads in. I've got a 2-hander here in our captain-on-captain fight. I'm still heavily outnumbered. Big 4 for me, and you've got 4 dudes in the fight.
Black at the neg with the banner.
Big 6, big 6. All of you, I am trapped once again. You gotta kill me this time. Oh, reset, reroll that. Oh my god, he's alive! This captain is unkillable, holding the line. Over on this side, it is my advantage. His captain is swarmed by my captain and my orcs. I've got the big 6. Ooh, close.
I got a point of might, so I'm going to make that interesting. So I'm going to change that to a 6.
Show us the 50-50 roll. Goes to evil. Chasing 5s and 6s. That's 1 6. He's already spent his fate, so he's just down to 1 wound now, and all the captains are hanging around.
Turn 8. Everyone's getting very close. I can almost smell the sewer from here. So we're going to go for a priority now. So I do need this one.
Oh, you're kidding me. And a 1 just to rub it in.
Gandalf dies.
Big 6. All right, well, that's going to be massive. Not only are Frodo and Sam yeeting down, but your dudes are swarming in all over the place.
With some very clever charging, Sam was able to deftly negotiate the crumbling ruins with one of his cav and several of his withdrawing infantry to pin the orcs already approaching the sewer entrance, allowing Frodo, Sam and Gollum to make a full tilt sprint down the stairs into relative safety, and the valiant Captain Faramir showed his quality once again by hurling himself into the nearby orcs to keep them busy.
Frodo and Sam are rapidly slipping from my grasp. They're now here on the bottom level, and Gondor have come out of nowhere to kind of get it. They've almost got a run straight in on the sewers. There is one thing I can do. My wargs aren't going to get there this turn, so if I can keep us in the game 1 turn longer, and that means I have to charge them. So they're going to charge in, and I can get 1 orc on each of Frodo and Sam and try and tie them up, maybe get a lucky strike, and then we can finish this before he slips down the sewer. So this is a pretty big combat phase, but we're actually going to do it out of sequence. There's some interesting heroic combats coming up, which are going to be fierce, but we thought we'd give Goroth the honors. So he's going to be jumping ahead first. Goroth versus the captain. Can he finally make one last chance to break the shackles and catch Frodo and Sam? He gets his big 6 again. Auto winning on fight value. He needs to crush this captain. Chasing 4s, and he still can't take him off the board. Goroth ain't going to be saving the day today.
Frodo and Sam have been in combat, but I think I have a little bit of a secret up my sleeve.
Oh no, what are you doing, man?
I'm going to use my last point of might on the captain, call a heroic combat.
Who is also with Faramir.
I'm going to call a free heroic with Sam using his special rule.
Oh, of course, because Frodo's in combat,
And then I'm going to call another heroic combat with Frodo.
Oh my god! So I'm suspecting some heroic combat waterfall antics here.
That's what we're hoping to achieve here.
All right, now you've got priority. So which one are we doing first?
We'll do the Faramir and Captain one first.
So I have a single orc with banner.
That's an egg there.
At -1. I want a 1. You automatically win on fight value.
Wounds.
He's dead. Just. And now you guys are flying into Frodo's combat. Captain into Sam's. That is fierce. Let's start with the Captain and Sam's combat. Our second heroic combat here.
Captain on the white, Sam on the gold.
I have a single dice from my orc to try and ruin these plans. It's not enough.
He is trapped.
And he is out of there. Your captain can't move, but Sam can, so I'm guessing he's pushing straight into the orc.
Yep.
So Sam, Frodo, and Faramir.
On one, neg 1, two-handed.
Oh my god, no! I'm on a 2!
So I go Faramir. Loves it.
He loves it. Put him down.
Faramir's. Loves it.
Annihilates him. And so now... Sam cannot leave. Faramir cannot leave, but Frodo can leave the combat and sprint through to the sewers. Dude, that was clutch.
Waterfall.
With the ring bearer slipping beneath the ruins of the flooded city into the sewer complex below and the Nazgul fleeing back to his master in the Dark Tower, the will of the orcs began to waver. They had been so close to securing the western riverbank, taking 10 buildings to Gondor's 11, with a single ruin contested. While the entire northern flank had collapsed as Faramir had fled to the aid of the ring bearer, the early death of the troll and the valor of the resolute defenders in the south and in the center meant that Gondor kept hold of key choke points, making it difficult for Mordor to swarm into the wealth of critical locations in the submerged city sector, which finished firmly in Gondor's control. A huge shout out to Sam and Ryan for joining us on this journey, and if you enjoyed this episode, just wait until you see part 2, where we abandon the character-driven focus of today's scenario and engage in all-out war as Gothmog launches his amphibious assault from the Return of the the King, with almost every single Mordor and Gondor model that Ryan, John, Jacques, and I own. It is going to be stupidly massive. A huge shout out to my incredible Patreons. I know you guys have been pumped for this battle report. It's been really fun showing you guys a bunch of teasers in the Discord, so thank you so much for your continued support. If you want to join the Zorp Patreon family, hit the join button here on YouTube or check out the Patreon link in the description. Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate you. If you've made it this far, you get a big hug from me, frankly. These edits are a monster, and I'm so glad you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for part 2 real soon.